So when this thing is all said and done, it's going to be the gritty competitors who have found a way to weather the storm and excel when it ends. So how can you? In her book, Grit, Angela Duckworth defines grit as passion and perseverance for a long-term goal. It's the ability to get up and get after that goal no matter how hard it is, no matter how long it takes. How fitting for today's situation that we need grit. We need to have that perseverance to weather this storm of stay at home, of quarantine, of dealing with uncertainties tomorrow in terms of our health or our finances. Perseverance to outlast this storm and excel when it ends. And passion to get up and get going when normal is anything but for most of us. So how can we build our grit during this time? How can we become grittier people, grittier leaders that not only get through this storm and with whatever obstacles we face, but we find a way to succeed when this storm ends? It's simple, really. It all starts with how we focus on winning today. Most of us, we lose our motivation. We give up on those big goals. We honestly quit because we take our eyes off of what we're doing today and we only focus on how far we have left to go. We stop thinking about the reasons why we started after this. We stop looking at the progress we made and we honestly just care about the gap between where we are right now and where we're trying to go, way off in that distant future. We look at the obstacles between where we are now and where we're trying to go. We look at the amount of time, the challenges, and we give up. We see that it's too hard, too far. We can never get there. And so we allow that little voice in the back of our heads to tell us that. We believe them, that we'll never achieve anything, and so we give up. In reality, gritty people don't give up because gritty people aren't focused on that gap. Gritty people are focused on what they're going to do today. They understand the only way we're going to shorten that gap, to overcome those obstacles, and to get to where we're ultimately trying to go in life is by taking care of our business today. It's by focusing on our 4 controllables, our attitude, and what attitude are we going to show up with today? What actions and effort will we give? Are we going to make moves and do our best regardless of what the situation says? And what are we going to choose to focus on? The things that are within our control, the actions we can take, the people we can help, the things we can do? Or are we going to get distracted looking at everything else all around us? We build our grit not by focusing on how far we have to go, not by focusing on what we have left to do, but by focusing on today, by taking care of our 4 controllables today, by making moves, not allowing our lack of motivation, our lack of normalcy, our lack of not having everything the way we want it prevent us from doing something. You don't need everything in order to be able to do something. You don't have to have a perfect picture in order to start moving forward. You just have to move. So if you want to build your grit, if you want to be a grittier person that not only survives this chaos but thrives when it ends, you have to train yourself to focus on today, to take care of your 4 controllables in your attitude, your effort, your actions, and where you choose to focus. The way we build our grit in the midst of this coronavirus is by focusing on taking care of today, winning today, controlling our controllables, and continuing to compete. It's not a complicated formula. In fact, it's quite simple. But simple doesn't necessarily mean easy, which means you're going to have to step up and compete. You're going to have to look at this as an opportunity to rise up to instead of a challenge to cower in front of. If you want to survive this current chaos and thrive when it ends, focus on building your grit by focusing on winning today. Show up when you're weak, one day at a time, competitor.